and welcome back to Stitchcraft. My name is Mary the Stitchcraft Queen, and today is Wednesday, September 3rd of 2025. So funny story, I totally filmed 2 weeks ago once we got back from vacation and I just didn't have time to upload it and I kind of really forgot. I also have my second trimester pregnancy talk video filmed. I just got to upload that one. But yeah, we'll just do one big video today instead of posting two different ones and kind of go over that. I mean, the progress is the exact same because I haven't worked on any knitting over the last 2 weeks. It's been really busy. We're now in the third trimester. Congratulations to me. And now there's only 10 weeks left, hopefully 7 if she gets out of the, if she gets out of me a little quicker. Both me and my husband were born at 37 weeks. I'd like to think that she will as well, but probably not the case with how this pregnancy has gone. But yeah. Anyways, so we have just been super busy getting kind of everything else ready, doing a lot of the little things that, were left over from our move, cleaning the house, getting like the rest of the things put away. Yeah, this is new. The cart right here is new. We moved that up. That used to be where now our dining table is. We finally have like an actual dining table now. Figured we should get one now that we're having a child in our house. And we want to have family over and stuff for gatherings and have comfy places for them to sit and potentially eat food eventually. But yeah. Anyways, so because of all that, I have not gotten like any knitting done. At nighttime or after work when I sit down, my body is so exhausted now. She weighs about 3 pounds. Yeah, this week she made it to 3 pounds about in weight, which doesn't seem like a ton, but when it's all in your stomach area, plus the amniotic fluid and your increased blood and the fact that your lungs are getting decompressed, or I guess compressed by the baby, it's a lot. And it makes you really, really tired. A lot of people I know online say that their kind of first trimester fatigue hits them again in the third trimester, and I'm definitely starting to feel that. Yeah, anyways, and then at night when my husband gets home and we go and watch TV, either I'm doing something else on my phone, like researching more baby products or learning, different things to help me through labor and delivery, because that's coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, or now my husband, at least for Valentine's Day, so right before we got pregnant, got me a Steam Deck because he wanted me to be able to play a lot of his favorite games that are no longer offered on console. And it's been great. I used it very heavily during my first trimester to play freaking Toontown of all things, because that is what just like, it was easy and something like awesome for me to play without really thinking or putting a lot of effort. And if I had to like log off, I wasn't gonna cry over how much progress I lost and whatever if I didn't have time to save. But so that was really fun. But anyways, now we are actually like sitting down and playing through the games that he got me. So right now we're doing Fallout New Vegas, and that one is so much fun and we're having a blast playing it. So that's kind of occupying most of our nights. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the yarny things and then we can talk about more life things. Okay, so first is my sweater. And again, I haven't done any progress since before Disney, so it's been a good month plus since I touched this. Yeah, I finished the increases. The last one was right here somewhere. I just need like 2 more inches on this sleeve, and then I can switch it back to the needles where I work back and forth for the decreases for the raglan. So I am like so close on this one. I really hope I can just take an hour this week and finish the sleeve. Because that would be really nice. The other thing that I really would love to do, because I don't know if it's gonna get completed before baby comes now, even though that is like my goal. But the other thing I would love to do is get all the pieces on my sweater put together. Because that's just the harder, it's not necessarily the harder part, it's the more time consuming part, because you really have to sit down and sew a bunch of pieces together. And if I could get most of them put together and then just add the sleeves on as I go, or as I finish them, I think that will make it just a little bit easier. But yeah, I did no progress on my husband's sleeve, it was just mine. And that was the 2 days before we left for Disney World, I did that. Yeah, so not as much progress as I had hoped for. Yes, and then, this is a fun one. My husband's socks. So on the plane, it's like a 5-hour plane ride to Florida from here, for 3.5, 4 hours, depending on, well, ours was not a direct flight, so it was about 5 hours. But if it is a direct flight, it's about 3.5 to 4. Anyways, I wanted to work on my husband's sock on the way over there. But I was at the point where I didn't realize this, but my fingers started to swell on the plane at least. And then they were a little swollen in Florida because of the humidity. And then when we got back to Utah, they kind of decompressed. Today they are a little swollen again. Not bad, but to the point where I can feel it a little bit. Again, normal part of pregnancy because your water retention is like way up. If they swell like really quickly though, that's when you want to get into a doctor if you're pregnant listening and your hands and or face swelled like overnight really big. But anyway, if it's just like normal swelling, you're fine. But anyways, I only did 5 rows and then my hands were hurting so bad. So there's my little clip where we were. Yeah, so I did not get as far as I had wanted on my husband's socks. Luckily, he's a very forgiving person. He's like, whatever, just whenever you finish them. So hopefully after pregnancy at some point, I mean, I know that we're going to have a little baby to take care of, but I know that there will be times where I will need a little bit of sanity, and I am hoping that this knitting will come in clutch there. But yeah, so that one's going to get put away till after pregnancy, so you won't see that one for another 2 to 3 months until my hands stop swelling. Probably honestly a little bit longer. So main focus now is just the sweaters, but I probably won't work on that more than a few hours a week just because of how crazy busy we are. Yesterday and today we got, Monday and yesterday, there you go. I got 2 Yarny packages, my 2 Yarny packages of the month. So let's start with Sunday Fiber Co, because this technically I think is last month's. For some reason I still have them shipped to my parents' house. It's because I just keep forgetting to change it because pregnancy brain, and there's a bajillion other things I have to do to get ready for the baby. So this is a little thing I just haven't changed. Luckily they're really chill about it and they don't care. But yeah, this month, beautiful yellow color. I think it's fun. It's like so this is Yellow Submarine, the color, which this is not what I would have picked as Yellow Submarine, because usually the Yellow Submarine is depicted as more of like a bright yellow, but I do like the lighter yellow, more of like a sunshiny. And then there's a lot of little speckles you can see in, it's blue, pink, orange, and I'm assuming green is in there too, because those are the colors of their Sgt. Pepper's uniforms. Those are also the colors of all the other little whimsical things on the Yellow Submarine, at least the illustrated version of it. And then the tonal to go with it is this beautiful, it's like an apple candy green. It's called Lovely Rita, which I love so much. Boop, boop, boop. So pretty. So that's for last month. That reminds me too, I will show this because I want to do a video of everything we got for the baby and why we picked that, because At least for me, I liked watching those videos while pregnant because it helped me decide on what to get, was to hear other people's point of view and why they got certain things. But also because we got some really cool like family heirlooms. Like my great grandma Rita was a knitter, and she hand knit like a little baby suit for like her great grandkid or something, or I think it was, she had knit it, I think, after my Aunt Erin was too old to wear it. But my Gabi has kept it all these years and gave it to me for our little baby girl to wear. But it's like a hand knit little cable jumper, or like a, what is it called, pullover sweatshirt thing. So amazing. Like the handwork is so incredible, and then a matching pair of pants to go with it. So those are fun. I meant to pull those to show those off, but I will definitely do that in the everything we got video. Everything we got for baby video. Okay, the next one is row 1, and there it is. Sorry, it's a long name. This one is dyed by Needles at the Ready, and I like, there's a lot of depth to these colors, and then you flip it over and it's like very different. Like, of course, all of the, I can like shade it. I don't know. No, we can't. Okay. So yeah, there's like a darker green, and like this is more like a maroon, and then you have like, this one's called It's Fall, y'all. Yeah, so it's a bunch of the fall leaf colors. So really cool. I like those. Those will be pretty in my blanket. That's another one I really want to work on again. I really want to work on that project. Why, hello, BB. Are you playing? She's playing. This one, this is a little charm that came with it. It says dance. I wonder why it usually has something to do either with the time of year or with the makers. So I'm wondering why it says dance. Let's see. I'm wondering, because it says that the guy that dyes this also does a podcast with his husband, so that's pretty cool. So I'm wondering if maybe they're into dance or something, and that's why. But that is pretty cool. That will be fun to add to my little collection. Yeah, obviously that one will be going in the closet for a while. My growing pile of row 1 is really big now. I'm really mad because I was almost caught up, and then morning sickness hit really hard. I think I was like 3 or 4 packs away from being caught up, actually, and then morning sickness. We love it. But yeah. Yeah, what have we been doing in the past month? We went to Disney World. That was great. That was our baby moon. It ended up working a lot better than I had thought. So my husband wanted to go on some of the coasters because there are some over there that are not at Disneyland that he did not get to try out when we went last year with my family. And so it was nice because he would go on, like we would go early morning park entry because we were staying at a resort. So we got the 30 minutes of early hotel entry. And then we did kind of like the big rides, and usually it was like the big coasters he would go and do, and I would go and get our Starbucks for the day, our nice drink that would get me through the whole first bit of the morning and calm my tummy down. But anyways, and then we would go on some rides together, and then usually it was like early afternoon or mid-afternoon we would eat, and then he would go on a couple more rides that would give me a chance to, you know, sit and rest my tired body and make it through the next half of the day. And usually we left the parks around 5 or 6, 4, 5 or 6, somewhere in there, and we would go to Disney Springs and eat because we were like, if it's gonna be like the same cost for food inside and outside the parks, even though Disney food is usually very good, especially at the sit-down restaurants, we kind of wanted something a little more fancy, I guess. So we went to Disney Springs for dinner, and that was a lot of fun. They also had the Ghirardelli shop, which they have a vegan shake, which is to die for. It's not even a shake, it's a vegan hot fudge sundae. And you don't find those anymore. I have to make my own vegan hot fudge with like my great Aunt Joanne's recipe. And obviously substituting for vegan ingredients, but you don't find those just anywhere. And there's a really yummy bake store too. I think I still have one of the cookies actually, now I'm thinking about it. No, because I would have taken that out of my bag. But anyways, it was a really yummy, all vegan, all gluten-free bake shop. And we have one of those here in Salt Lake called City Cakes. I hardly go though because it is a little ways away. And usually when I want to go, it's right before payday, and then I forget by the time it is payday. So I spent my, my little fun money on something else for the month. But it did not taste gluten-free at all, like at all. Usually a gluten-free thing has like an almond flour, flavor and kind of texture. It has kind of more like gritty texture. But not this. This place was so good. So I got one of their cinnamon rolls, and so that was like my mid-morning snack one morning, and then we went back and got cookies for our day of travel, and that was pretty good. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, and then after that we got home, kind of had a not really lazy week. And then last week we had a lot to do. We registered my car finally in Utah. So now I'm officially a Utah class citizen, I guess, fully. Yeah, and then there's a lot we have to get done this week and next week. Last week we also had my first baby shower with my dad's side of the family. That was so much fun. And thanks to my Gabi and Aunt Erin for hosting. That was awesome. And they did such a cute job with it. I'm not a pink girl, which is funny because I'm having a girl, but I've always hated the color pink. But they did like the perfect amount. It was not overwhelming, but it was still really cute. So yeah, that I was very appreciative of, but it was very, very fun. What else did we do? Oh, we installed the car seat bases, and I taught my husband how to put the car seat in and out of the car. His car is the worst because his is a 2-door, and then the front, what is it? I can't even think of the word. The front seats slide up, and that's how you get into the back seat. So to put the baby car seat in the back, it's a lot of work on his car. Luckily, he won't be taking her really anywhere in his car. We didn't even mean to get a second base. What ended up happening is, so I found, so there's 2 car seats, exactly the same. Really, it was the base that was different. One of them cost $220. Well, it was $250 to $300 MSRP, depending on which retailer you got it from and if it was on sale. The other one, which had the better base, and I think it's like slightly more padding in the car seat. I couldn't really tell from photos and reviews, but mainly everyone was reviewing the bases. But anyways, that one was $450. But we found this awesome website called, what is it? Rebel Stork is what it used to be. Now it's just Rebel Gear. If you type in like Rebel Baby, it will come up. Essentially, they partner with a bunch of companies that they get open box products back from. And they take them, they check them, make sure that like warranty and registration is still good on all of them. And then they sell them at like a pretty good discount. So we were able to get the first car seat for $105, and that was car seat and base. And then I did research, and the second base that they also sold separately, they had it on there for $100. So we were able to get the whole thing, the the safer base and the car seat for less money than the original MSRP on the cheaper car seat. So yeah, it was a little bit more work, and now we have an extra car seat base. That's still fine. And that one we installed in my husband's, and then we installed the slightly safer one in my car, because that's the one she'll primarily be riding in. But yeah, he has that just in case my car's broken and he has to take her to a doctor's appointment or something, or pick her up from, well, it won't need to be school for a few years. She'll be out of the rear-facing car seat by then. But yeah, his car was a lot harder to get in and out of, so that was great. Yes. What else did we do? That was really it. It was kind of a very chill week, but it was a lot of little things, like cleaning up around the house. The car registration was a nightmare. I hate car registration. I have to officially change my last name. Well, I don't have to, I'm choosing to, just so that we all will have the same last name and it won't be weird. And I won't have to perform or provide like 8 forms of identification on her school forms to prove that I'm her mother. So we're going to just get that out of the way. But yeah, lots of like little things here and there, but they add up very quickly, and lots of cleaning and cleaning out like little different areas. Like this table, I actually cleaned this table if you can't even see it. There was a puzzle table and a bunch of random stuff on here, and we put the puzzle table away because I haven't worked on the puzzle in 6 months. So it's like, it's time for it to go. And then we'll get it back out in a couple months. Usually we do a puzzle or 2 around the holidays. We might not even do that this year, because we'll be exhausted. Because she's coming right before the holidays, so yay. But yeah, let's see. Media, what have we been watching? Alien TV show came out. We watched all but last night's episode, because my husband unfortunately had to get on and work last night. What else did we watch? No, I can't even think. Oh, my husband got into One Piece, and so I've been kind of watching. He's both watching he'll watch sections of the anime and then read the rest in our manga, which he's almost caught up actually, so that's kind of funny. But oh, there he goes. Well, caught up to the manga that we have downstairs. So he'll have to watch the rest. But that's been fun. I've been watching bits and pieces with that, or of that with him again. We watched Weapons. Weapons was really good. Oh, we also watched Finding Dory 2 and Moana 2 on our way back from Disney. We both had the same exact thoughts and feelings on both of them. Moana 2 seemed like a cash grab, because randomly, when everything was hunky-dory, she all of a sudden wanted to go find people, and that was not explained at the end of the last movie or really at the beginning of this movie. Like, why did they want to go find people? Nobody knows. But they just started doing that. And the Maui song was a big disappointment. I did not like it. They could have made it a lot better, in my opinion. But anyways, Finding Dory, super cute. So adorable. And it might just be because, again, we have a child coming, but it was adorable and we loved it very much. So that was fun. I'm trying to think if there's any other movies we've seen since the last time. I think that was really it. Like I said, we've mainly just been playing Fallout New Vegas, which has been so much fun. Although now I'm at the point where my husband's like, I'm not going to help you make any, because he's played it like 8 times. He's like, I'm not going to help you make any more decisions. It's all on you now. Because I'm like, I'm the type of person that's like, I want the best ending in video games. I want the good ending where everybody's happy. And he says that's not possible in this game, which makes me like have weird anxiety, but that's okay. It's still a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll probably play a little bit of that because I got the perk. I finally got to the perk where you can unlock and it shows every different area that you can go explore on the map. And I thought I was doing pretty good. There's a lot. It's like, I'm not even like a quarter of the way done, so I might go do some of those smaller areas. Well, he's not home to make a little dent in that. Yeah, and then later today I go baby shopping with my mom. We're gonna go look at some clothes. I finally ordered because they were having a Labor Day sale for Honest baby clothing, and it made it so that their 10-pack, it was almost half off, their 10-pack of bodysuits, you were able to get, instead of, I think originally they're 40, it's like $40 for 40 or 50 for a pack of 10. I was then able to get it for, I think it was just 35, I want to say. And that is just a couple dollars more than getting 2 packs of the Gerber 5-pack at Target. So very happy about that. And I think I'm going to wait. We got 0 to 3 and 3 to 6 months. I think I'm going to wait till they have their Black Friday sale or whatever sale they're going to have next to get her 6 months to a year, because I want her to have the same colored clothes. This is like dumb. I want her to have the same color bodysuits for the first year, basically. I know that sounds kind of stupid and picky, but it will just make life easier for me and my husband, because then we can have an outfit we like and we don't have to, like, you know, disregard it in 3 months. That'll be reserved for the fancier clothes that people give us. But yeah, we have all the we have so many swaddles. We got 10 copper pearl ones for a really good discount. And then we were given a few more at our bridal or at our baby shower. But yeah, we were given a lot of good, fun little things. So very excited about that. But yeah, we're getting there. We're about halfway through our baby registry now. Once we finish getting the clothes, we'll definitely be at that halfway point. And then I know both of our parents have said, don't get these big items, because they know me. My mom especially knows me. She's like, don't get these items. And I'm like, okay, I'll save those for you, Mom. I'll put those on the mom's going to get those list. So that will be really fun to get those. Probably not for a couple weeks, but we're excited for those still. I probably also won't update next week, because I not only have my next OBGYN appointment, because now those are every 2 weeks, but we also have, you know, a lot to do around the house, and it's my mom's birthday and my sister's birthday next week, so that's a lot of celebrating, because in our house, we do a lot of celebrating, at least in our family. And also, my grandma's having surgery next week, so we are probably going to, it's a pretty major heart surgery where she has to get cracked open. Unfortunately, they can't do it in the cath lab, but yeah, anyways. And so we have to, once she's recovered and out of the hospital, we're going to have to take turns helping her out at her house. And most of the grandkids are in school right now. And so that leaves, besides, you know, my mom and her 2 sisters, who we love them dearly, but we also know they have busy lives and can't, you know, take care of them every single day of every single week. So me and my husband have volunteered to help them out, especially on the weekends when we can really be over there. So there will be probably some of that too, where we just don't have time to do stuff around here. This week we're also starting meal prep for maternity leave. We are going to start making freezer meals. If my mom will get that enchilada recipe to me, that's what we're going to start making. I think we're just going to we have a lot of Beyond Beef left over from, actually, like, it's still in the freezer and it's still good, but it was like from before I was pregnant, because when I got pregnant, I like couldn't eat that anymore, because at least for a long time. Now I can eat it in little like spurts here and there. I think we're gonna use that to make like a taco meat with probably some beans, and then we will put that in some enchiladas and cover it in some sauce and some vegan cheese. So that will be yummy. I just need to know, because I love my mom's enchiladas, I need to know what sauce she uses. So that's why I need her recipe, like really badly. So I bet she just uses the canned one, but she sometimes spices it up. So we'll see. But yeah, and then we're also going to do, what were some of the other, Beyond Pot Pies. We'll probably do those in a couple weeks. Those ones are really yummy. I'm excited. We haven't had those in like, it's been like 2.5 years now, 2.5 to 3 years since we've had it, because it was like, we made them our first, I guess it would be 2 years then. We made them our first year of marriage quite a bit, and then we just like stopped for some reason. But they're really yummy. We decided not to do chili because we have had a lot of chili lately. Not even lately. We had it more often than everything else during this pregnancy, so we figured let's switch it up. There was some other really good recipes we found and saw. There were a couple like casseroles that looked yummy and looked like they would do really well. I think we'll do some of those, but yeah, we're excited. So we're gonna start doing, I asked my husband, I'm like, would you rather just take a weekend and do all 5 at once? Because we're gonna do 5 or 6. Or would you rather just from here on out do 1 a week? He's like, I think I'd rather just do 1 a week. That way we're not like wasting a whole weekend and we're like so sick and tired of cooking. So that's what we're going to do. It's crazy because by the time they're all done, we'll be at week 36 and she'll be about ready to pop out. So that's why we decided to start doing them this week. We're also going to pack hospital bags this weekend. So that's kind of crazy to think that we're that close. Luckily, I already have all my stuff. Really, the only leftover thing that we won't be packing until later is a little Celeste or little baby's diaper bag, because we'll be bringing that as well, along with my breast pump to have the lactation consultant make sure everything fits. Yeah, so that will be good. But yeah, so we'll be packing that this week. I think we can even get everything in 1 bag, which will be really nice. 1 bag and then a diaper bag, because I don't pack super heavy. I'm not bringing a ton, and my husband's not going to bring a ton either. We're both fine using hospital pillows. Really, we just need phone, because like I think we're going to bring probably my Steam Deck and the connecting cord to connect that to a television, because I'm pretty sure the labor and delivery suites have a TV. I'm gonna have to double check on that. And so we can play games or watch something on the TV, and then probably just our phone chargers and then snacks. And really that's it besides clothes and toiletries, and then obviously baby things. And the car seat. You can't forget the car seat, because you can't even bring the baby home from the hospital without a car seat. So yes, we gotta do that. But yeah, that's really the couple big things we're doing this week. This weekend, I guess. Yeah, we also have a wedding this weekend to attend to, and my sister's birthday dinner, and what else is there? There's one other thing. See, pregnancy brain's hitting hard now. Like, it's bad. I forget things every other. I was so surprised at work the last 2 days. So it was Labor Day weekend. And so Monday, the lobby was closed, and it was just dogs that were in the facility. And so there was a ton of exit baths that I had to do, and then a couple of grooms. But I was so surprised. And then yesterday it was a lot more grooms, but still quite a few exit baths, because that's when everybody was able to take their dogs home. But I was so surprised at how well I'm able to remember what each dog gets, and like what haircut they get, but I can't remember like what I had for breakfast some days, or like certain words. So yes, that's fun. Oh, and then we're hanging out with our friends. That's what we're doing. We're hanging out with our friends over the interwebs, because in Colorado, our friends from Colorado, because we haven't hung out with them since really before my pregnancy. I think we did one We did one time at the very end of my first trimester. And then summer was just so busy for all of us because they like to go camping, and then we like to, well, we had other vacations and other, things like a baby. So it was a lot. But yeah, I think that is really it. That goes over life, pregnancy stuff. I didn't go over all those symptoms. I now have a belly band for my work to help support my ever-growing belly. The newest worst symptom is definitely heartburn. And now in the mornings, I'm not throwing up stomach acid or bile. It's because of all the excess mucus I have that goes down my throat. And I guess my throat doesn't like that. And so I puke until I get all that up. So that's fun. And if I have any that's like starting to go down my nose throughout the day, or throughout my sinuses, I guess, I usually gag quite a bit, which sucks. Heartburn sucked real bad. Now even like pretty basic foods like milkshakes and cereal and stuff can trigger it, and so that really sucks. Like the other day we had pasta, which I thought was gonna be fine. Like I know the tomato sauce is pretty acidic, but I had that like 2 weeks ago and I was fine. No, now I'm not fine. Now it was bad heartburn all night, so that was fun. Veggies are usually okay. It's like even lemonade. Like the other day I was drinking lemonade and that like made it pretty bad, but it was delicious, so I kept drinking. I just popped a Tums. I think if there's any other symptoms. I don't have stretch marks yet. I assume that I still have, she has to double in weight, so my belly supposedly is gonna get almost twice as big. Crazy to think about because it's already so big. But yeah, so that's fun. The other weird thing is weight gain. I feel like, so I've still been eating, obviously. But now that I'm like back at work on our regular schedule again, and I won't be having to really take any more days off until we get really close, at least, just because, now I'm blanking. Because all of my doctor's appointments are scheduled on Wednesdays because I was able to book far enough out that they actually had availability on my day off. So that was nice. I won't have to take time off work to go to those anymore. But because of that, I do eat less when I'm at work just because it's go time to get all the dogs out as fast as possible. And it's not like a ton. I still eat like a Cliff Bar and stuff, and then I'll come home and have lunch, and then pretty soon after is dinner. So I'm still eating like 3 meals a day. But I'm finding I am still gaining weight like super quickly, which is weird because that's never happened. And I get it, baby's growing, and my body's also, retaining a lot of those nutrients. And I hear that during your last few weeks, you like don't really gain weight because there's not room in your stomach anymore for food, which sucks. But yeah, we'll see. It has kind of like tapered off. It's not as fast as like at the end of my second trimester. That was getting a little nervous. I was like, oh, I'm like really packing on the pounds this month. But yeah, it's still weird to get on the scale and see the numbers go up so incredibly quickly, but it's okay. It's all for a good thing, all for a little baby to make sure she's growing, and then, afterwards I can get the weight back off pretty quickly, hopefully. But yeah. So that's kind of a weird thing. Trying to think if there's anything else. Back pain and round ligament pain. Round ligament pain now is like if I move quickly, especially at night, because usually at night I'm used to like flipping over really quickly at night. At least pre-pregnancy, that's how it was. And I've kind of gotten back in that mindset a little bit. Yeah, but when I do that, then it hurts really bad for a while. I have to like slow down. Pelvis, that whole area is just like totally effed up. after work, I like feel like I can't walk because my hips hurt so bad because all the relaxant stuff that's been poured into that pelvis. Yeah, so usually it takes a good like 12 hours for that to reset. So luckily in between work days, it's usually okay. So now it's back to being okay again. But last night, man, it was rough. Yeah, that's really the mean of it. But yeah, back pain. I especially get pain. It's like in my mid to lower back right now because I'm bent over at work so much, you know, washing dogs, especially the last couple of days, there were so many baths, but washing dogs and the added big bulge on my stomach now hurts my lower back when I am bent over for so long because it's having to work like triple hard to keep my upper body upright. So yeah, that's been not a fun thing. Oh, and bending over. Bending over sucks. I like can hardly do it. But I'm a bigger klutz. So I'm dropping like my comb left and right at work. And then I have to like bend over and get it. It sucks. Yeah. Because no matter how I do it, something ends up hurting. So that's fun. Yeah. That's really it. My girls have been really good though. My 2 dogs. They've been really, really good. They know not to jump. They know not to at least jump on me. They'll jump on their dad, but they know not to jump on me. They're very, very cuddly. Chani especially has gotten very cuddly lately. Because I think she's really sensing, oh hey, something's changing and something's coming. Hi, baby. But they're gonna be great. They'll be just fine. It'll be a little bit of an adjustment, obviously, for them, but then they'll be just fine. Hi, you're gonna be a good big sister. Yes. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. Now that's all of life, pregnancy, media, and yarny things. So until next time, which will probably be in 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, who knows. Yeah, we will see you next time. But until then, bye-bye.